driver. This is a quiet Weatherford shack designed to have nice air movement through these filters, and then there's a push blower that actually pushes the air from here, pushes it through there and out the top, which you can control a little bit and allow more warm air to come in on a temperature sensor. So these louvers will actually automatically open as your shack gets hotter or colder. It'll close if it gets hot, and if it gets cold it'll open and allow warm air to blow back in here. So this looks like a, I don't even want to say anything because I might screw up here, but I wonder if this is a V8. Sure kind of looks like it. It's pretty big. A little extra power. Most of them were V6s, but I think we went with V8s for more power. Well, it's got all your shutdowns. These would be all your shutdowns right here. Hydraulic oil level, low. If it got low, it would shut down. If it got too hot, if your pressure got too low, if your coolant temperature got too hot, if your Presco was activated, it would shut down. Alright, this is your hydraulic motor, drives your, hydraulic pump that sends fluid down to drive your hydraulic drive over here, which you can see maybe. There's your hydraulic tank. There's your low level indicator, which actually looks like it's tripped right now. Might want to put some hydraulic fluid in there to get this bad boy running again. And you got your SCADA pack right here, which is indication of all your instruments, allowing you to transmit information to a single computer that will now give you an idea of what your pump speed is, what your casing pressure is, and all that kind of stuff. This is your chemical motor that injects positive displacement pump that will inject chemical into your process. You got your fuel gas scrubber. This is your casing as it comes in. You got your PSVs. This is a little bit more advanced as it has a booster on it, Eagle booster. So you have your suction for your booster will be right through this line. The rest of the fuel gas will be coming from here. So fuel gas comes in, is if there's any moisture, is going to drop out, and you can manually dump it. Then it is forced to go through a fuel meter to tell us how much fuel gas we're using, and it's a SCADA meter, it looks like. Then you can, this line right here goes to your tanks, so that'll run your burners on your tanks. This will run your engine right there. You can follow it to the engine right there. I'm not sure what this is right here. That's interesting. I'll have to go out there and look at that. Wish I had all the answers for you, but things have changed a lot since I've operated. So this is your propane line. Propane gas comes in here as well, and it can then run your engine if need be, and then that's it. If you run it this way, is that a check valve? This check valve is only going this way. Aha! So your fuel gas actually goes up this way and runs in through here. This system does not want to have a blended propane natural gas mixture. So your propane will stop. Your propane will stop here. These are your household regulators that reduce it down to very low pressures. We're talking ounces to run your gas, your natural gas engine. Your propane can then be sent out to run your burners if need be. Your natural gas will go through the meter, stop here, up, go in here and drive your engine. Again, it's regulated. Now I don't know what that is for. I'm assuming this is another type of fuel. On-lease fuel, I think. It comes in here and can also be sent to your burners as well. Alright, that's this shack. Now let's have a look at the Eagle booster. You can see here's your booster. This is actually driving it. Sorry about the wind. booster number 7. So we have Eagle compressor here. Whoa, it's pretty fancy. A little congested though. Well, simply, let's see here. Let me find the inlet. Okay, so your inlet comes in from there. I'm not going to take you through everything. We'll just run through the main. Goes into your inlet separator, and then obviously in here you can have your dropouts occur through moisture, and then you have an automatic dump. Right here senses a level, and then it'll trigger a valve to dump some fluid into a blow case or something. I'm not sure. Okay, we have your suction. Your gas will be, that's interesting, coming down here into your, this is your actual compressor right here. So this is your screw. So there'll be a driver, and there'll be 2 rotors in there, a female and a male, and that's it. So this is your hydraulic motor driving one of them. After it gets compressed, it actually comes out the bottom here, if you can see, kind of, this pipe right here. It goes up into your separator. So this is your coalescing oil separator. So any oil will be knocked out through the coalescing filter in this area. Gas will then, let's see here. Gas, well, let's see here. Let's talk about the oil. So this is filled to a level of oil to a certain point. If it drops below that, I think that's your shutdown, and it'll cause your booster to shut down. So you have to fill oil through this system right there. So you'll put oil in here and fill this up to a good level. And these look like oil pails to use. So your oil will then, how does this work here? Your oil, oil, I think oil comes in this way. It seals your rotor and stator, helps seal that, lubricate it as needed, and then it's dropped down through here. This is your scavenging glass right there, which is kind of painted, but you can kind of see it'll be splashing if there is any gas. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, this is your oil filter. If this starts to plug off, there is also there's a differential gauge on here that will cause a shutdown, so these things do have to be monitored and taken into account. The oil, as it goes in here, will come down this way and drop into here and keep dropping, and then do its loop again and again. Very simple. I'm not going to go into any more than that. Your discharge then, we'll just go to your discharge gas. Comes out here, goes through this cooler, and then we've got a lot of vent systems, some bypass lines. There it is right there. As it goes through the cooler, it'll come out this line right here, and it will then enter into your drying tower systems. Dryer A, dryer B, which you can see there. They're pretty big. It's a big unit. One is at low pressure, one is at high pressure. It slipstreams the gas through these series of valves. They're automatic, they're on a timer, so they open and close, allowing gas to reverse through and dry your beads again. You can follow the piping back around to either or, and it will end up back into suction somehow. See the PSVs all at the top there, very easy to follow. Yeah, this one's kind of pretty big. So then this is your last, where do we go here? I'm trying to follow. Oh yeah, okay, so there it is. It comes through this last filter, which you have to keep an eye on as well. And then it will, looks like there's your buyback line. I think we'll have to go outside, but that's regulated. So maybe not, that valve's closed. So maybe we don't use that anymore. We used to use that as a buyback before it got metered. I guess sales gas will then come down here. It'll go through this orifice system, which will give us a volume that's utilized that we sell, right? Then it continues down and goes out there. So you have your more regulators in place, your back pressure regulator and your slipstream to allow the right pressure to go through and to be held back for whatever reason. All right. Suction pressure is right here. This will tell you what your suction is, and on these, 5 pounds, I think. This is your oil temperature. You want it in here before you really start to speed this thing up. Too cold, you're gonna have issues. You're gonna have high differential if cold oil. Here's your control panel that tells you all your shutdowns. Okay. This is your, I didn't even show you this. Your discharge scrubber at the bottom. Whoops. So from the cooler it actually goes in this discharge scrubber. And then, there it goes, out, and around, back, up, and over. There you go. There's your pathway to success. Lots of pipes in here. Lots of little controls. If you don't know what you're doing, don't touch it. Leave it at that. All right, common vent piping you can see at the top there. Good. I'll just run to the tanks really quick. Whoa, that's deep. Okay, we'll go this way. So these are sound barriers to help with the landowners. Oh yeah, I guess we can come out here. So that's your suction line. Several lines here. This should be your, tell by the heat trace, this should be your liquid drain flow line. That's your suction line right there that comes up. Your discharge line should be that line right over there that goes into the pipeline. And even goes right across, which probably allows for fuel gas. Ooh. For the system, for the engines and for burners. This one also has a pop tank. So in the event that there is a high casing, event, excess gas will be forced down here. If the booster and the engines and everything can't keep up to it, it'll be popped and sent to this tank right here. If there's any liquid, it'll go into there and gather and catch. Usually not, but just in case that it does, we have some kind of a containment for liquid so you don't have a spill right outside your shack. Propane tank, you got more sound barriers, then you got your tank system. Full line goes into your tank. Whoa. Sound system, I guess there were some complaints about how much noise this was making, so. Yeah, you got your stinging door right here. There's no valve on the outside, it's on the inside, so it doesn't freeze. These vaults are great for that freezing and environment leakage. These blue items are valve safety devices so that the trucker doesn't have a spill and burn himself. Yeah, got your crossover with your gas line there. You can kind of see it. Wow, it's pretty intense. And this is your sales tank. So this should be where your clean oil's coming out. So forth. All right. I don't know. You can look inside. I guess we'll look inside a vault here. See. So anyone who's never seen inside can say that they've actually seen inside. Ha. Ugh. A little bit messy, but it's pretty jammed in here. Is the essence of it all. I don't want to have the camera, or I'd be in big trouble. So it actually tells you on there the 5-foot valve. This is the 8-foot tap. This is the 4-foot 8 tap. I don't know if you can see it. So draw your water off of here. You don't really normally use these other valves, and that's your steam valve right there, which is really gummed up and gross. But the beauty of this is the heat from your tank actually keeps your valves and piping from freezing. Also, your liquid that drips is not frozen, so you can move it around. I don't know if I like that one system there. Flammable. Maybe it's a little, I don't know. Alright, and that's kind of one of the heavy oil wells you might see on your operating of cold flow heavy oil.